like to welcome up. He's going to be talking about his Las Vegas 3-day English spiritual workshop that he actually attended. So please give a welcoming hand to Reverend Lester Reese.
Good morning. I had an opportunity to go to the Chuncheon One in Las Vegas. It was quite an experience. At first, it was difficult because our plane got delayed. But little by little, it worked out. And once we got to to Nevada, things began to happen rapidly. We went to the Chuncheon One, first of all, and we prayed there. And I was surprised how tears came almost automatically. It's like if once you start thinking about a certain person and you have gratitude toward that person, and the tears just automatically rolled. I mean, we pray here at the Chuncheon One here, but it's different. It takes time. It takes a little bit of effort. But I guess because of the atmosphere that is in Las Vegas, things happen quickly. One thing that we learned was that we have to be the subject in prayer, not spirit world. We, as blessed families, are the subject. We have to tell them what to do. Not only tell them what to do, we had to set a time limit. We give them some time limit. We had to be exact. And so to me, that's something that I'd never done before. And it made a lot of sense because, you know, it can go on for, like, we pray for one another. And we gave the prayer was that we can, something can happen. A miracle can happen. Actually, to be honest with you, my wife said that she had graduated from the Unification Church. I don't know what that means, but she said she graduated. Well, anyway, when I got home, I told her my experience. And I was a little bit on fire, you know, because, you know, I just been to Las Vegas, and it was a good trip, and I had a lot to say. So, but she decided, well, next time I want to go. Well, I said, well, yeah, so there's so many things that I can say, but I have a short time. But I want to say, if you ever get an opportunity to go, please go. The walls, we prayed in True Father's bedroom, True Mother's bedroom. The walls will speak to you. They will let the Spirit there will let you know you're in a holy place. And when we pray with authority. I don't know if you ever heard a Korean person pray. They pray with strength and authority. So we were told that we had to set limits. We had to direct the spirit world. They are here working with us. They're waiting for us to give them directions. So this experience was really powerful for me. And there's so much I could share, but I know my time limit is short. Next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Reese, for your testimony. I know you have a lot to share, and I'm sure if anyone wants to be able to hear more, please follow up with him. He'll be happy to share more. Next, we actually have two brothers who will be welcoming up from NGM, Senki Yasui and Galvin Navarro. But first, we'll be starting with Senki, so let us welcome him up.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. So we're gonna be doing something a little different. This is gonna be like a interview style type of testimony, and yeah, I'm gonna ask Senki a few questions about his experience, and then you guys will get to hear as well. So Senki, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from?
Sure. So my name is Senki Yasui, and I'm 18 years old. And I'm in this Next Gen Mission program, and I'm from the Las Vegas community. And actually, I'm the only one from Las Vegas in the program, so yeah.
Hey, thank you for coming to Ohio, and yeah, we're really grateful for all of the NGM missionaries here today and for this month. So my first question, I was just wondering because you started in where exactly your workshop?
We started in Missouri, I think.
Missouri. Okay, so you went from Missouri and then you traveled to different states. If you don't know what NGM does, but yeah, they go traveling, they fundraise, they do different retreats and workshops, right? Yes, and then you guys were also in Korea.
Yeah.
For how long?
For I think 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks, I think.
Okay, so you were there for the Japanese rally.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we were in Japan for 1 day, and then we came back to Korea.
Oh wow! So lots of traveling, as you can tell, and also during that time they did a lot of service work, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
For
So
sure.
what has life been like with Next Gen Missions, and what kind of service have you done within this year?
I think well, I think the main point is I think this fundraising. I think that's a big part of missions right now. But also, compared to last year, they changed how this mission works. And instead of just fundraising for a year-long time, we started doing like community time more. So we stay like in communities for like 2-3 months, and then we just try to serve the community as much as possible. And yeah, I think this definitely a new change, definitely, because I was expecting to fundraise the entire year. But I think one thing that has been affecting me the most is applying what I learned in fundraising about Foundation of Faith to community and how it can help the community itself, and helped me how I can also grow my communication skills and also just understand where the younger second gens are and also the first gens are, because I think you never had a really good connection or relationship with first gens. So I felt like during this time I really was able to grow my relationship with the older second gen and first gens. So able to really hear their stories was really a life-changing time for me and a good experience for me.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I guess what kind of activities have you done in previous community? Also, where have you been?
I've been to Indiana, Minnesota, and Ohio. So I've been mostly in Midwest.
Ooh, can we give a hand for that? All right. And so what have you been doing?
So
activities?
mostly it's kind of witnessing. Indiana, we did a car wash thing and also like helping at the cafe. And in Minnesota, we're just trying to help out. Actually, there's a lot of events going on, so we're just kind of like doing labor work and helping out setting up the chairs and stuff. But at the same time, we were also kind of just trying to figure out ways to create new witnessing events or new witnessing strategies to bringing more guests. So that's most of the activities we've been doing, and yeah, I guess we're trying to figure out what to do in Ohio right now. So yeah.
Well, I think we have a lot for you guys to do. So
All right.
thank you for being
Sounds
here.
good.
Yeah, I guess my next question is about more of your spiritual growth during this time, because NGM focuses a lot on your life of faith, but also your character, right? So how has this mission experience deepened your relationship with God?
I would say, yeah, definitely like through challenges, mostly for me. When fundraising, there's a lot of times where I get constantly persecuted, constantly rejections, and yeah, it definitely like hurts me a lot. And yeah, definitely when mostly in the parking lot, when just people ignore you, like you're nothing, like a moth, kind of. I think that's the best way for me to describe it. But yeah, I think through that, I think I understood like what Heavenly Parents feels, because for 7,000 years, he's been really trying to reach out to his own children for so long, but just being ignored, misunderstood, and that's when I felt like, wow, this is what Heavenly Parent had to go through for the last 7,000 years, and I'm just here for just an hour, going through the same thing. Compared to him, I'm just going through something even less difficult. So I felt like I really need to try my hardest, and Heavenly Parent did the same thing, as just giving every 100% effort to really reach out to his children. So with that kind of determination, desperation, I just continue doing that, having that kind of heart. And it's definitely hard, but just practicing it every day, practicing it every run. So that's something I was able to understand and also deepen my relationship with God with.
Wow. Can we give him a hand? Yeah, I think it's really great to hear that you have this type of experience, because I think daily life, we don't get to experience it so much, right? And yeah, I guess so. Even like before NGM, did you have an experience with God like that, or is it fairly recent?
I would say I actually had experiences with God before coming to NGM, and I would say that also deepened my faith in my daily life, but also coming to NGM deepened it even stronger. And I think thanks to that, I think I was able to really kind of invite Heavenly Parents to my daily life even more. So I would say it was a really good experience. So yeah.
Thank you. So what would you say are like your key lessons or takeaways from this almost a year, right?
I would say my key takeaway from this entire year was actually trying to love myself and understanding my value as a son of God. And yeah, I think as the oldest of 5 in my family, I think I had a lot of trouble with just like taking responsibility and being hard to on myself. So for a long time this entire year, just been trying to heal myself from all that's been happening, and mostly understanding the value that from God's perspective, what he sees inside me, and what kind of strengths I have instead of what I don't have. So focusing on what I have instead of what I don't have really helped me understand what kind of impact I can have in communities or even in fundraising. So that was the biggest thing and biggest takeaway that I want to take, even going back to my community. So, and even in here. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a very important takeaway. I think that's something that a lot of us are still working on to this day, like finding out what our value is in God's eyes. So yeah, hopefully that can be like a foundation for the rest of your life moving forward. Yeah, and yeah, I guess going off of that, you mentioned that being the oldest of the family of 5,
Yeah.
right? Do you feel like you were able to work on your relationships with your family on NGM, or how do you feel like closer with them, or how does that look like?
I would say none of my siblings has phones, so I don't really get to call them. But I would say actually my parents it's actually it was already a pretty good relationship, and so whenever my mom would be like, "What happened? What happened?" I'll just talk whatever happened, and she'll be so like admired, and she wants like I want to help even more, and yeah, I think my mom's a really great person. She does kitchen staff at the Chonshu in Las Vegas, so she's really a great person, and understanding like how also hardworking my dad is. He's kind of hard to talk with. He's a Japanese dad, and yeah, so it's hard to communicate with them. It always becomes awkward, but just understanding like how much effort he's put in to help our family, kind of just instead of having like a lost kind of environment where it's like kind of hard to understand him, felt like I can understand him even more, where he came from and what kind of heart he has towards us. So yeah, I think really understood like how much effort he's put in us, and so I greatly respect him and love him. So I think in some ways that definitely changed and deepened my relationship with my parents. And I think doing this NGM, having like central figures, I think realizing like kind of seeing the ideal kind of older brother I want to be for my siblings in the future. So that's something that really helped during this time in NGM. So yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. And I guess also, now that you're here in Ohio, what would you say is one thing you're looking forward to during your time?
One thing I'm looking forward to in Ohio is, I think, first off, I want to say just like getting to know you guys. I think every community I've been to and every interaction I've been to, because first, my only home was Las Vegas, but going to Indiana, Minnesota, and out here, like every place, I feel like I go in and come out, I feel like I have another home now. So I guess coming here and going out, it's going to be like my fourth home, I guess. So yeah, but what's the question again?
What are you looking forward to?
Looking forward to? Oh yeah, so I'm actually just pretty excited to talk to the youth, reach out to them, and have some fun activities with them, and a little bit of witnessing too. I'm thinking of, because I think in this generation right now, I think witnessing is definitely different compared to what it was back then. I feel like some people are looking for more comfort, so just trying to break through in how to witness to these young generations these days. So yeah, just want to kind of see what I can do and what I can offer to them. But yeah, just want to be able to really help this community as much as possible. And yeah, I think that's one thing I'm excited to do.
And last question, what encouragement would you give to others considering a mission experience like Next Gen?
I would say, I think the biggest encouragement is Life of Faith friends. I think one thing I understood is having Life of Faith friends of faith is a very important part of your life, and it definitely helps you not just stay connected to the community, but also just able to have someone that you can relate with. And also this NGM in general is something you can only experience once in your lifetime. It can either be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but you can only have the experience once in your lifetime. And this is something that you probably wouldn't experience from working or being a salesman or anything, because you're going to be fundraising, you're going to be witnessing, but with your friends of faith and with your brothers and sisters, and that's something you won't come across a lot of the times. So yeah, I think NGM is a really great opportunity to just create friends, but also understand your identity or your value. And yeah, I think it's a really great place to be with. So I think that's something I want to encourage them to, create a greater life of faith, but also creating friends that you can really unite with. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Senki.
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll have our second interview, and will be conducted by Eugen.
Okay, and I'd like to introduce Gavin.
Yes, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, hi Gavin, how are you?
I'm doing good, how are you?
Doing well. He was playing the guitar. Wasn't he doing a great job? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is also my first time meeting you, Gavin. So I'd like to know where you're from, what's your family like, how was it for you growing up?
Okay. So my name is Galvin. I'm 18. I'm from New York, and I'm a second year on NGM. I'm the second youngest of 5. But yeah, my favorite color is blue. I like guitar. I just like instruments in general. But I mean, it's a lot. What are we looking for?
No, that's fine. So we know it's your second year on NGM.
Oh, this is my first year.
You said your
Sorry.
first year. Oh, okay,
I slipped up. My
You're
fault.
the second youngest
Second
in your
youngest in my
From
family.
New York.
Yes.
Okay, and his favorite color is blue.
Yes.
All right. So if anyone has any blue gifts, you can when they're about to leave. Yeah, you can give that to Gavin.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's nice to know. So did you just finish high school before NGM?
Yeah.
So what inspired you to join NGM versus doing something else? After high school.
No, yeah, that's a good question. Well, for me, it's kind of a funny story, but I found God in it a lot of different ways. But I wanted to become a pilot, and I was like super serious about it, but I wasn't really religious, so I just wanted to do it so I could like fly a plane, get a lot of money, and then like travel to different countries. But then I was taking a test. I like already signed up for college. I already did all the apps, and I was like, wait, I'm colorblind. I can't even fly a plane. So I was like, it's not gonna work out. But during that time, I also got into like a really bad accident where I tore my ACL. And so it kind of like led me to God a lot more and trying to like answer some questions more about like true parents. And I had a lot of good friends of faith, like Sengi was talking about, like, it's really important to have those friends of faith. And I was already attending like a lot of workshops, and I realized like, if I can't really do these things with my knee, then what can I do? Like what am I good for if I'm not good with like my body or like with my smarts and stuff? So it kind of led me down like that spiritual rabbit hole. And I realized like if I really want to like take the next step, I think NGM would be like a really good place for me to learn and like I guess answer a lot of those questions for me as well, because I like thinking a lot. So yeah.
Oh wow! Thank you for sharing. Well, sorry to hear about the.
Oh yeah,
accident.
it's
Are you
okay.
okay now?
Yeah, you should have seen the other guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm joking.
The floor. I see. Oh, was it during a sports event?
It was wrestling.
Wrestling. Oh, you wrestle.
No.
No. He was just beating people out. I guess. Okay. I see. Oh wow. So like so you wanted to be a pilot, right? But then you realized you can't distinguish red and green, I guess, which is important for a pilot.
Yeah, that was
I see.
it.
Okay, so then it led you down this path of going to NGM. Okay, I think that's a good attitude to see, like, despite, the obstacles that you found a positive path. Okay. And so far, how long have you been in NGM? How long has it been?
So I've been, I think, like 8 months. We've all been on
Oh.
the same year.
8
I think
months.
it started around like middle of August.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been a blast. But I would say the year it goes by really slowly.
Oh, it goes by
In a good way, though. In a good way.
I see. So have you been with the same group of brothers? the
Oh,
entire
no, no,
time?
no, no.
Oh, okay.
They put me with other people too,
Mhm.
but they usually split it up in conditions.
Mhm.
And for these brothers, I've been with them for like 3 months already,
Okay.
though.
Mhm.
So yeah.
How have you found it? You know how like every few months you're with different people, right? You're living in you don't live in a van anymore, right?
Yes. Thank
You
goodness.
still live
No.
No.
Only like for 3 months of the year, or
For 3
for
months of the year.
maybe more, maybe like
Okay.
4 or 5. But we spend a good amount in churches now
Mhm.
because of the shift from GPA to NGM.
I see. So now you also stay in communities, but you would still be with this group of like brothers and or sisters.
Yes.
So how has it been for you, just like living in close, proximity and always having to do things with different people? Because it's not, always easy. Sometimes, characters might rub against each other. There might be someone who may not be your favorite, but you have to share a room or you have to share space. How has that helped you grow?
That's a good question. I mean, for me, like, I think this environment compared to like school or like compared to like gym or sports is like completely different in the sense where it's like I have a really bad habit of walking away from things, kind of just leaving it as it is. Like, but with this like group of NGM, like we're all very God centered and like we all have our own goals and like our relationships that we want to achieve. So I feel like because of that, it like helps us like hash the beef out a lot more like cleaner and try to like help me understand people more instead of just like going straight up like I don't really like you, or we don't agree with each other, so we shouldn't be friends. But it's kind of like helped me see a lot of people from God's perspective, understand like these people are all loved, and this doesn't just go for like I guess team life, but also just like on the front line as well. When we're like fundraising or witnessing, and someone just says something nasty to you, and just like, wow, God loves that guy. But, yeah, no, I definitely like that one quote where it's like you don't know somebody until you traveled with them. But it's definitely been an experience. I feel like my heart has expanded a lot with it. Like I've learned how to grow my heart of love a lot, and it definitely like opened me to a lot of new experiences. Because I would say like at least from where I come from, like a lot of the, I guess friend groups are a bit more like cliquey, and we don't really get to like talk to each other that much. But this environment's really good because you get to learn a lot from everybody, like no matter what too. Because you know everyone's good at something else that you're not good at. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you. So you said, like, even when you encounter people who may be difficult, you think, like, still God loves this person. And in a way, it fills you with awe, like, wow, even this person God can love. So then I too, can strive to love them. Wow. That's amazing. And has that translated in any way into, like, your family? So maybe you may not get as much time to go back, but, like, when you think of an encounter with someone that you had, and maybe someone says or does something that reminds you, like, oh, my dad's like this too, or like my sister, my brother. Do you think it has also expanded your heart for your family?
Oh, definitely. I thought my family was like super mean. They actually love me a lot. That's actually like another thing too. Like I miss my family a lot more than I thought I would, because I feel like I come from like a family of 7, and we're Filipino, so it's a very loud house, and it's kind of like I was just trying to get away from it from a bit. But honestly, I like you miss the noise. So I think for me, like, I guess like seeing all these people on the front line or just in my team has like kind of helped me understand like how to love people for their attributes and how to like forgive people a lot more. And I realized like the people that have been doing that to me for my whole life was like my mom and my dad and like my sisters and my brothers, and yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I see. Okay, so this experience has helped you. You miss your family a lot more, and then you realize, like, in the same way that you're learning to grow and forgive other people, that your family has been doing that for you this whole time.
Yes.
I see. Okay, so you mentioned in the very beginning that one of the reasons why you also wanted to join NGM, you had a lot of questions about faith, and you tend to think a lot. Do you feel like is there like a main question you had that you feel has been answered now, or do you have even more questions, or how do you feel like your exploration of faith has developed through NGM?
Well, honestly, for me, like, I would say I was a pretty distant second gen, but I would still go to like, youth group like once a month, and I would still talk to people, hang out with them. But I wouldn't say like I was so connected to a lot of True Parents principles. So like a big thing I wanted to like accomplish was to understand True Parents more, understand like what True Father and True Mother did and why they did so much work, and also why everyone hates them. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Because I mean, me personally, like I was like always like discussing like philosophy or like all these important conversations with these people I respect in the church, but then they start talking about True Parents, and I'm like, yo, I don't get it. And I was so stubborn. They're just like, Galvin, I'm not gonna tell you anything else. Just go to NGM. I'm like, okay. And I went there and I found like a lot more questions answered than I thought I would, and it's kind of like been like my main driver. What was the question again?
Oh, yeah, the questions. Yeah, if there are any questions you found that have been answered. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And for like a lot of the questions, it was kind of like what is spirit world? Why did my parents get blessed? Like, is the church like not what it seems to be? And like all these other questions about like who am I and like what is my purpose? Like the witnessing questions. Like I was reading them, I'm like, damn, these are deep. But yeah, kind of like stuff more on that topic.
Oh, I see. Okay, so then during this time when you had these questions, do you feel like your relationship with God has improved or changed or grown in any way? And then also your relationship with True Parents?
I would say definitely Heavenly Parent and True Parents has grown like exponentially. I would say like my relationship before with True Parents was they're kind of just like I respect them a lot, but that's kind of it. And like with Heavenly Parent, it's kind of just like I would just complain, or like when things weren't going my way, I would just pray. So it wasn't really that good. I was very inactive. But I would say like now, like especially like after going through a lot of fundraising, witnessing, and kind of just like a lot of lectures, a lot of reflection time too. Like I see things like a lot more differently, especially like with your parents, where it's like they love us so much and they want so much for us, and like everything that they've done for us as well, like it's so much deeper than like we could like ever like kind of interpret. And that was like a bigger thing for me to like try to swallow, I guess. Like how much do I have to understand until I realize I can't understand, and what does it take for me to love? So that was kind of like another thing that your parents kind of helped me realize. But like with Heavenly Parent, like I realized like, you know, God is always looking out for me, but how much am I looking out for God? And if God really is my Heavenly Parent, then I'm a really bad son. But I think these revelations kind of like help me work towards living a stronger life of faith, or how can I practice more godlike characteristics, and also like make the world a better place, because I feel like a big part of NGM is how you can like elevate your surroundings. So yeah.
I see. Wow. These are very deep questions. Yeah. we should all ponder. Yeah. So when you're talking about like, if God is my heavenly parent, how can I be a better son? Or just in the way you've grown, right? From maybe being, I guess, more, distant to now having a closer relationship with heavenly parent. Do you have any habits that you've been practicing that have kind of kept you in your faith that you can share?
Yeah, no. I would say like daily prayer. It used to be like a chore where it's like I could barely muster like 2 minutes. It was so bad. But now it's like I can just catch myself in like a 30-minute prayer at a lake or something. And that's like really good for me, because whenever I have like anything stressful going on, back in the day, it would just be like I would go out and I would just vent it to other people, just spread the virus. But now it's like I know how to deal with my own problems, and I know how to like make do with what I've got. Also like Chunshimon too. I actually really like Chunshimon. I thought I wouldn't like it, but going to the Chunshimon, especially like when Senki was talking about it before, but we went to Korea. It was actually like 3 weeks, but it felt like a year because it was so long. I went to the Chunshimon a lot there, and over there I got to have like a lot of great reflections. I got to do like a lot of good conditions, and yeah, I just felt like a lot of good spirit around me. And also, yeah, definitely conditions as well. Like they teach you that a lot on NGM, on like how to get spiritual help, and like doing a lot of bow conditions, praying conditions, or just like simple conditions. And I guess also being a bit more genuine as well. I feel like that's like a daily life practice that NGM probably offers like the most, like, how do I say it? It's like the easiest thing to get out of being on NGM is just being genuine. And that kind of helps you learn how to love people more, and also learn how to love yourself a lot more as well, which is like, yeah, all very important.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Amazing. Wow. So the way you've been able to like sustain your life of faith is like daily prayer, which no longer feels like a chore. So you just find yourself, naturally being able to pray also for longer times, Chonshimon, and then offering devotion.
Oh, yeah.
So as we're coming towards the end, I think I have 2 last questions. So the first one is like, is there any like specific breakthrough moment you may have had? So for example, as you're offering the devotions, maybe there was one that you were praying for, like something specific that you felt you were able to gain spiritual help or breakthrough, or maybe just like an emotion, a feeling that you were dealing with, or a relationship. Like, do you have a specific like breakthrough, I guess, what do they call it, like a God moment?
Yeah, I can answer that. I guess like something for me was going into this year of NGM. It was just like, okay, if I like this, then I want to commit the rest of my life to the church. But if I don't, then I'm gonna leave. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be like my main purpose. Like, it's gonna take forever to understand this. Then after like the first week, I was like, yeah, I'm in it for life. But I guess like the hard part was kind of learning how to commit, or like learning how to live that like lifestyle, because a big part of like being on NGM is being very vocal about your faith. And I guess because of that, you have to constantly like, I guess like justify your lifestyle, justify your faith, which is like weird to me, because like I didn't even care about it before, but now it's like everybody has something to say. especially like in my winter comp experience, when I was fundraising, we were doing a competition for like a month, so it was just, I guess, like 12 hours a day of fundraising for like 40 days, no, like 30 days straight. And I would say like almost every single day I would get into like an argument with somebody about like my faith. Like some people would almost like kill me too. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, what the heck? Like, I'd always have to like argue with people. They'd always question me, saying I'm wrong. I'm like, the hardest thing for me was to like stand up for myself. Like, honestly, like I would lie a lot. I would just be like, yeah, I'm just Christian, you know, I'm just Catholic. But then like during like the middle of it, I was like, I need to take ownership. So I think that's also been like a big thing I've been trying to, I guess, learn on NGM is like, how can I like support true parents? How can I support God? But first, like, how can I even get to that position where I'm even vocal enough to support them? So I guess like my breakthrough was this like my last week of winter comp, where like God just blessed me up. I made 1K like 3 times. I'm like, wow, I'm on the top of the world right now. But then I was like, all right, let's make it harder. So I prayed to God. I was like, you know, you could take a seat. Like, I got it this time. Like, I wanna carry the weight of the world. And for like a whole week straight, it was just horrible spirit world where I met like witches, Satanists, Nazis, and I almost got shot like twice, like bar fights. I was like, what the heck? I'm like, yo, let's go back. That's when I realized like spirit world is very real, and God needs our help a lot. True parents needs our help a lot. There's a lot of fallen things needed to be restored. And that was kind of like my breakthrough, where it was like, there are so much more things that are more important than my personal problems. And that's when I like wanted to stand up and be like, they need me more than I need this for myself. And that kind of like helped me break through with that like selfless type of lifestyle. Obviously it's not perfect, but I've been like kind of getting that itch or like that yearning to like serve more, do more. How can I help more people, or like how can I make a difference? And that's to be the difference.
Thank you. Oh, wow. Wow. That's a bit scary, all the things that you went through. Yeah, but glad you're safe.
God got me.
Yes, God is protecting you and guiding you, yeah. So let's keep praying for all our children who are on NGM. You see the kind of experiences they're going through, but it's very inspiring to hear that you went from, I think it's an experience that a lot of blessed children have, you know, just being like, yeah, I'm Christian, non-denominational. Like, it's such an easy answer to give, but then going from that to deciding to own up to your faith and learning how to defend and justify. So it's a great way to grow. Okay, my last question is like, is there anything else you want to share to the community that you feel would inspire them, or anything that's on your heart, or if there are people who are thinking of maybe going to NGM, anything you could share that would inspire them? So this is just whatever's on your heart.
Yeah, do NGM. No, I would be honest, like, I would say this is like the peak of my youth so far. I mean, it'll only get higher, hopefully, but I think NGM is like a really good program to actually develop your faith. I feel like not just for like us in our church, but just like people in general, it's kind of hard to practice what you say. It's kind of hard to be someone of integrity until you've been tested. So I feel like it's really important that at least while we're young, while we have the time, we can at least dedicate like a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 to kind of serving communities, like practicing your life of faith. And, you know, something that like people always tell us is like, you know, faith is a muscle. It's something that you have to constantly work out, or else it'll just fade. So I think also just like, I guess for me, what got me through the year, especially like in the hardest times, was just trust God. Like, I would be in the van praying to like not go out, or like, you know, I hate fundraising, but every single time I trust God, like something amazing would happen. And then I'd be like, I like fundraising just a little bit more now. So yeah, also just take that big leap. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Thank you for sharing, Galvin. It was nice meeting you, talking to you. I hope you guys also enjoyed our conversation. So please, whenever you see them, our brothers in NGM and also our missionary Bohwan, please take time to talk to them, get to know them, encourage them, pray for them. Yes, as they're, developing their life of faith. Thank you.